Week 6 is where the conference battles start to position themselves. We find out who comes out on top in several close conference races. We got rivalry games to bring you, a whole lot of exciting action as we come back with 13 on your sidelines. This show starts right now.
13 on Your Sidelines, sponsored by Rant Insurance Group.
Gotta let that energy, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Welcome everyone to this week 6 edition of 13 on Your Sidelines. I'm Jamal Spencer.
And I'm Mark Skoll Jr. We've got some great highlights for you tonight, but first we have some very loud guests to introduce.
So first, let us welcome the cheerleaders from Reeds Puffer High School. And the cheerleaders from Spring Lake High School.
And speaking of Spring Lake, we're going to get to the Lakers right away because they're part of our 13 on Your Sidelines Game of the Week.
That was unbelievable, by the way. The 4-1 Lakers hosted the undefeated Allendale Falcons in a game that will have a huge impact on both the OK Blue race and the Division IV playoff picture. Allendale's come out on top 6 out of 7 times that these two have squared off coming into tonight's matchup. Spring Lake's ground game started working early. Bryce Collins takes the pitch around left end, finds the end zone. That's a 32-yard score and a 7-0 lead. The Falcons' offense was up to the task, though. Tyler Sparks keeps it up the middle for a 19-yard score, makes it 7-6 after 1. Next drive, Lakers' Reed Grimmer fakes the toss, rolls right, makes a defender miss for finding Ren deep house. He's down at the 2-yard line. Grimmer would sneak it in 2 plays later. Spring Lake goes on top 14-6. Now, after the only punt of the game, Grimmer would go to the air again, finding Jackson Lemon wide open on the slant, 21-6. Late in the half, Sparks' keeper would cut the lead to 21-13. Opening drive of the second half, Sparks would keep it again, making defenders miss as he scores from 25 yards out. He had a 7-touchdown game a few weeks ago. The 2-point conversion tied it at 21. The Laker ground game was working all night. Collins would end up with more than 140 yards, 26 of them right here. That sets up a 1-yard score by Sam Schaefer. That makes it 28-21 midway through the third. A few minutes later, Allendale's Nolan Spencer would plant his foot, get upfield, racing by the Laker D. 56-yard score. That ties the game at 28 after 3. It would stay that way until the final minute when Depp House would take the option pitch for Spring Lake, find the end zone from 5 yards out. Allendale would drive all the way down to the 7 with 1 second left. Darren Garrity would call Sparks' number with he heads for the pylon, but he'd be stopped down at the 1-yard line. Lakers get the win 35-28 in a thriller.
Our guys have been fighting hard all year. Every game we've had has been a knife fight in a phone booth, and so for that they're used to being in this situation. I thought that they handled it well, and we're just excited to get out of here with a win.
Got to be honest, knife fight in a phone booth is a first on this show.
Great line.
Absolutely. Our 13 Sidelines Game of the Week, sometimes, hopefully, we like them when they live up to the hype. This one definitely did. Credit to the Lakers for sure.
Oh, and I think every single game that has happened at Spring Lake this year has been unbelievable. It's been an unbelievable finish. We've seen the fans all storm the field every single home game, it seems like. This Spring Lake team, they're building something special right now.
And that home field advantage is great, too. They're undefeated at home this year, and that's exactly why. Well, the defending OK White champion Forest Hill Central Rangers are coming off of a loss to Byron Center, but they're still in the conference title hunt.
They'd have to beat undefeated East Grand Rapids tonight and then hope someone can take down Byron Center. The Rangers had won 3 straight meetings against the Pioneers coming into tonight. Late third quarter, East Grand Rapids has the ball. Carson Thornton uncorks, throws it deep, but it's picked off by Max Holzer. However, the INT would not result in any points for the Rangers. Middle of the fourth, EGR at midfield. Scotty Millman fakes the handoff and goes to pass. And it's picked off. It's JT Hartman this time who gets his paws on it. Rangers still lead by 3 scores. Late fourth quarter, Forest Hill Central with a quick pitch to Nolan Hardy, who gets some nice yardage there, but it's Forest Hill Central bounces back, shuts out East Grand Rapids 20-0.
Tough loss for EGR. Obviously, a program, as we talked about, continuing to build. Forest Hill Central State finalist a year ago, and that defense underrated.
And you knew that after last week's tough loss to Byron Center on the two-point conversion that they would really want to bounce back, and they did in a big-time way. That defense is something really good at Forest Hill Central.
Definitely. Tim Rogers definitely has those guys looking pretty good there. Now, another team looking to make some noise in the OK White tonight was Lowell.
They'd have a tough task as they faced undefeated Byron Center. Nate Belt has the highlights.
Yeah, guys, Byron Center has won 3 of the last 4 meetings between these teams. Bulldogs are looking to start the season 6-0 for the 3rd time in 5 years, coming in behind the motorcycle homecoming night. And they'll start this one off hot. Landon Tungate keeps it on the second play from scrimmage, and he is gone. 57 yards to the house. The Bulldogs are up 7-0 in just about a minute. Now, Lowell, not quite as high flying, but they're going to finish the same. A 10-minute drive ends with the quarterback keeper of their own, Jackson Ricebig. Punches it in to tie it. Bulldogs on the next drive, same story, another long run. This time it's last week's hero, Blake Otto, with a nice vision, finds the hole for the big game. He is going to get the Bulldogs back into scoring position. Second quarter now, and BC is going to finish this one off with a Luke Laska score. They're back on top 14-7. Lowell's next drive, they're trying to stay alive on 4th down, and they're going to do it. Ricebig again keeping it, and he's going to push the pile past the sticks to convert, and he is not done. Watch this. Somehow going to stay on his feet here. Cut back upfield for the score, and it is tied up again. Byron Center. They're now going to muff the ensuing kick, and Lowell recovered. So here's Ricebig again. Can't stop saying his name. Big night on the ground for him, and it is not done yet, folks. A 3rd score in the first half for him, and they take a 21-14 lead into the half. The Red Arrows do not look back. Lowell ending Byron Center's perfect season, 38-28. Caledonia and Hudsonville both coming into tonight 4-1 and chasing Rockford and Granville in the OK Red standings. Eagles trying not to get shut out here. It's 21-0. Start second half. There's Brody Betzer for Caledonia. Rolling out forever. Finally hits Maddox Greenfield for the big gain. Scots settle for a field goal, make it 24-0. Next drive, this is the Eagles' longest play of the half. Griffin Baker lost one up, and Carson Dykstra makes the tough contested grab, getting the Eagles in the red zone. 4th down now inside the 5, and the Scots are going to keep that shutout intact. Blake Aaron gets there first for the stuff. Score stays the same. Caledonia looking to put this one away. Here's Greenfield on the ground this time. Nice all-around game for him, on the ground, through the air. Now it's going to be the quarterback, Betzer, taken to the air this time, and it is going to be, who else? Brock Towns, and we talk about this kid every week. He's all-around great player, comes down with it. A few plays later, Betzer's going to finish off the drive, keeping it himself on the option, pushing the score to 30-zip. Big night for Caledonia offense and the defense. Eagles got one more chance, don't want to get shut out at home, and they are going to get picked off. Reed Vogler making it official, going all the way back. He'll be stopped inside the red zone. Caledonia going to end this one winning 30-0.
Caledonia is a phenomenal team who plays in a tough conference. Obviously, the OK Red was going to be decided between Caledonia and Rockford. That game's already happened, but it just looks like this team is ready to do so much this year.
They're really good. Obviously, when you got 2 Division I prospects and Derek Pennington Jr. and Brock Townsend, who Nate mentioned, you're going to be really good. And I was surprised to see them lose so much to Rockford, but man, they've really bounced back in a big way. Good to see Caledonia looking really good.
They're looking to take care of their business. Who knows if Rockford slips up? You know, odds are not likely, but
I don't think so.
You know, we're probably looking at a rematch between those two in the playoffs. And man, what a sight that would be to see. Well, still to come, we'll find out who's on 13 on your sidelines MVP of the week.
Plus, Zeeland East didn't have much time to recover after their loss in the Bird Bowl because tonight they traveled to Muskegon.
And we take a trip to the OK Blue where Coopersville faced off against Hamilton.
Hi, I'm pro quarterback Kirk Cousins from Holland Christian, and you're watching 13 on your sidelines.